to their son. Like, it wasn't up yesterday. I called them backing dogs. Like, when they talk, it sounds as if they are backing them.
Cool.
I made that statement when I was having a conversation with Isabella. Isabella called Joanna Dracula and MIDE Anglerfish. I am not involved in calling people.
The first mistake I made was able to tell someone that I liked them.
It's not my job to bring the house together. I didn't get to unite anybody.
Zita, you have been saved, please sit. Coin, you're safe, please sit. Faith, you're safe, please sit. The next housemate to be evicted from the Big Brother Naija 10/10 house is Denari Tracy.
Immediately, Ebuka mentioned the name Zita. Zita was like, I am ready to leave. Then Ebuka said, sit, you are safe. It was for the fact that immediately she just stepped forward to leave. Tracy dragged her back and said, wait till Ebuka conclude. Ebuka now called the name of Koyin. It was Koyin's confidence for me because he knew he is a finalist housemate. He knew he's not going anywhere. He was just waiting for Ebuka to say, you are safe. Ebuka also called Faith and told Faith, you are also safe. It's for the fact that Faith knew he is also a finalist because Faith knew he's not going to be evicted today. Just look at how he dressed. And 3 housemates were saved on tonight's live eviction show, whereas Denari and Tracy got evicted. Everybody has been calling for the head of Tracy. What is Tracy doing in this house? And finally, week 7, Tracy has been evicted. Denari had a good run. He appeared in the bottom 3 during the 2nd week. That was the week that both hit and IBE before Barra got evicted. And he survived week 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. He has been evicted. And it is all about Sunday live eviction. And this is the 7th week of the Sunday live eviction. Tracy and Denari got evicted. Koyin was saved. Zita was also saved. Faith was also saved. Speaking about Faith, Faith for the 2nd time has won the most influential housemate of the week. And as expected, Ebuka scattered the table. Ebuka asked IMISI question. Ebuka also asked THELMA Lawson question. Ebuka also asked Rude Boy question. And I expect fight after this particular live eviction. And it seems as though it is already ongoing. But let's talk about the 7th week of the live eviction show. Before I unpack everything that happened during the 7th week of live eviction show, let me just first officially welcome you on back again to my most beautiful and entertaining channel. If you start Unplugged, you're going to search for latest gossips, trend, glam news, and entertainment. This is also the only channel that brings to you premium authentic gist of the ongoing Big Brother Naija season 10, 10/10, and also all the hardest day to day, minute to minute, second to second happenstance that got everyone talking. Be it the scattering of the table that Ebuka did during tonight's live eviction show, gist, gossips, even the fight that Joanna teamed up with MIDE to just fight Isabella immediately after the live eviction show, and every other trends on social media. Please, therefore, stay tuned, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Please, please, and please do not skip the ads for juicy data you won't want to miss. Immediately, it was 7 p.m. It is time for live eviction show. Immediately, Ebuka appeared on the screen and asked the entire nominated housemate to just be on their feet. Instantly, Denari was evicted. Denari was so happy to just leave the house because if you noticed, since Doris got evicted, he has not been himself. He was celebrated and also appreciated by the entire housemate as he leaves Biggie's house. After Denari left the house, it is time for the show to begin. Ebuka appeared on the stage after the introduction of the headline sponsor and every other sponsors of this ongoing Big Brother Naija season 10, 10/10. It is time for Ebuka to go back into the house. Ebuka asked THELMA Lawson a question that ever since she became the head of the house for this particular week 7, that she has been scattering the house instead of her to be just trying to lead. She said she's not here to make friends and she's not even here to connect with people. And also concerning what she said about IMISI, she said yes, that it is KOLA that made her like IMISI, that KOLA brought out the part that she never knew that IMISI possesses. While THELMA was just saying all of those things, IMISI was just staring at her. I am glad that she just said it the way she used to even say it behind IMISI. And Ebuka left them appear on the stage. There was every recap of the diary section, recap of the head of the house challenge and also head of the house challenger. The recap of the Saturday turn-up, recap of the Tuesday pool party, recap of all the sponsor tax. In fact, every weekly activities, the recap was shown to us. Ebuka have to come back to the house for him to just carry out his usual assignment. it was this time that he mentioned the name of Zita. Zita concluded that it is time for him to just vacate Bibi's house, but Ebuka said, no, you have 1 more week. He was commanded to just sit because she is saved. Ebuka called Konyin, commanding Konyin that as well, you are saved, so is Faith. Ebuka now disappeared on the screen. Then when he returned back again, he now said that the next housemate to be evicted from the ongoing Bbnaija season 10/10/10 is Tracy. Tracy is ready to leave. I felt for Zita because Zita and Tracy is the 6 months MIDE and Didi wanted to be. Zita was just crying and Tracy was like, it's okay, please do not just cry. I felt it. I know my time is up. And Zita felt like it is time for her to leave. If you just leave Zita, Zita will just be like, can I just live with my friend? Because I know this particular week is going to be very, very difficult for her. First, it was Dambo's kid. Now it is Tracy. I have to also say that Zita connected more with Tracy other than Dambo's kid. Anyway, Tracy left the house. Appearing on the stage, Ebuka now asked her, why did you say that you want to leave? Because within the week you have been complaining that it is time for you to go. Ebuka said maybe your fans heard you complaining, hence they did not even vote for you. And Tracy said no, that if the fans wanted her to still stay, that she's certainly going to stay. The recap of all her stay biggies was shown to her, and now she was asked what next for her. She said that anything that she just even know, whatever that comes, that she's just ready to embrace it. And Ebuka also asked her about Zita. She said that she and Zita connected simply because she see herself in Zita, though that there is 1 or 2 differences, but then the friendship now happens. I forgot to also say that when Denari also got evicted, Denari came on stage. Ebuka asked Denari, what you had with Doris, is it real? He said yes, so that he is certainly going to just pursue it. The recap of his own stay was also shown to him, and Ebuka now asked him what next. He said everything entertainment. He said he can sing, he can act, he can mimic, and he also said that even this particular job that Ebuka is doing, that he is also good at it. So whatever that has to do with entertainment, he is ready. Therefore, if you have anything that has to do with entertainment, do patronize Denari. And that was how Tracy and Denari got evicted. Ebuka now returned back to the house to ask a question. Straight up, he asked IMISI. Remember that last week during the live eviction, Ebuka asked IMISI, what does she think about Joanna? And IMISI said that she is not in the right state of her mind, that she is numb. So whatever she will answer Ebuka might not be real. So Ebuka was like, hope you are in a good state of mind. Now, can you not answer me this question? Because during the week, you are having a conversation with Isabella. I overheard you calling Joanna and MIDE Dracula fish, angular fish. IMISI said, I was never the one that said so, in as much as I was present during that name calling. Actually, it was Isabella that said that Joanna looks like a Dracula fish, whereas MIDE looks like angular fish. IMISI now said that the only thing she said is that all these people that has been talking behind her or has been trying to fight her are all talking like barking dog. And whenever they speak, that their voice sounds like a barking dog. While IMISI was confessing that it was actually Isabella that called Joanna and MIDE angular fish and the Dracula fish. It was just camera zooming to the face of Isabella. Isabella was just owning up to it. It was just her countenance. Yes, I said what I said. What will you do? And Ebuka moved on to ask Rude Boy the question, because I also listened to that conversation between Rude Boy and Culture while they were in the kitchen and Pep in the garden, because they unpacked everything that has been happening in the house. Rude Boy owned up to every conversation because he agreed that he had a conversation with Culture, according to Rude Boy, that the only mistake he made was telling THELMA Lawson that he liked THELMA, that ever since then things have not been working well. And according to Rude Boy, remember that he was evicted on Monday. So he said that when he returned on Wednesday, that his group are already ready with the preparation of the wage attacks, but he does not know how to sing, yet he decided to also participate. But after they now failed, she and THELMA has been on loggerhead, and I have to say that 30 minutes before the live eviction show, Rude Boy and THELMA had a misunderstanding. Rude Boy was ready to just go back and forth with THELMA Lawson, but KOLA told him to just leave that place. THELMA was just ranting, saying that Rude Boy is not her type, that Rude Boy is too short, that he cannot even date any short person, that she is educated, so her school fees will not waste, and she also has a 2-year-old son. Therefore, for her to consider a man, that man has to be ready to father her son. She was just saying a lot of things, but I'm glad that Rude Boy did not even clash with THELMA. And Rude Boy has answered Ebuka question, and Ebuka now told them in conclusion, them say no be enough evidence, and he now also told them that they are just getting the enemies closer and now distancing their friends. It was a Bright Morgan just saying word, and Ebuka disappeared on the screen, appearing on the stage. Ebuka concluded saying that it was just double eviction tonight, and he is certainly going to see us next Sunday. I have to say that if you have been watching this particular show, you notice that if all these housemates are being evicted, by the time they're just getting to final, it will just be all about alliance. Maybe they will just be like 10, maybe 2 or 3 weeks to grand finale. You will find that they are just doing kumbaya. They will not entertain us. This is the reason they are just intentionally trying to just leave lots of housemates in the house, because it is going to emancipate drama. So imagine if Bright Morgan was evicted because he was close to Tracy and Denari. You will notice that MIDE is not going to be performative. Hence, Bright Morgan was ignored. And this is also the very first time he is appearing in bottom 3. The show has finished. Not Joanna and MIDE getting ready to just attack Isabella, because while the show is just coming to an end, Joanna is already shouting. MIDE is already saying that if you ask Isabella what is her reason for fighting MIDE, MIDE said that Isabella will be like, it is because of Bright. Hello, Isabella says she is a seductress. So whatever she's just doing is for her to just involve herself in an unnecessary but entertaining entanglement. MIDE knew that he's speaking about Bright. Shebi Bright also has a girlfriend outside the house. I also overheard Joanna saying that Isabella bends her waist whenever she just wants to walk. Isabella told them that she invested $10 million for her to just get this her body. Joanna now replied, the body that you're bragging about, she being a fillers you just used on it. Isabella was just laughing at them and also replying them. MIDE now told Isabella, you are always screaming about your fans, yet your fans could not even save Kanyikumi. Hello, waiting for Isabella because I Kanyikumi. Besides, the only ones that Kanyikumi was nominated for possible eviction, Isabella, on the other hand, was also nominated for possible eviction. So you are now implying that the fans of Isabella should just ignore her and now save Kanyikumi. MIDE, please change this topic. Up next is going to be the fight between MIDE, Joanna, and Isabella. Hopefully, Isabella is just going to face them squarely. I just want you to be entertained, and if that happens, I am certainly going to just entertain you guys. And also, up next is still the head of the house challenge, followed by the head of the house challenge, and of course, lots of lineup drama and spontaneous entertainment. It is a wrap. The end. Thus far you have watched, you are yet to subscribe. This is the right time for you to patronize and promote my channel by simply clicking on the red icon down below to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. Give this particular video a huge thumbs up. And are you satisfied with the double eviction that happened during the live eviction? Speaking about the eviction of Denari and Tracy. And as for the question that Ebuka asked MISI, Rude Boy and THELMA, do you also like it? Argue to just agree and share thoughts in the comment section until I come your way again with any impromptu spontaneous entertainment. I am still your favorite entertainer with continuous entertainment, saying it is all about the show. Bring on the entertainment. Everything every housemate does on this particular show is strategy. Anticipate more videos. Bye-bye.